We always see the judges sentencing people to jail or prison, but we rarely get to see judges getting sentenced. So in today's video, we'll be seeing judges getting sentenced to prison. You'd think that a judge would know the laws, not just that, but they would not want to break them, because they definitely know how horrible being in prison is. They are the ones who put people there. Apparently though, these judges in today's videos just didn't care, because now they're being sent away. First we have a federal judge arrested in Miami. This judge, Timothy, was arrested in Miami after his ex-girlfriend called the police on him. This is a very interesting situation. The crime he committed is very obviously illegal, and you hear more about that right now.
Off the top at 6, a federal judge faces a judge in court today on some pretty disturbing charges. Judge Timothy Mayer's arrest report says that he threatened his ex-girlfriend with a gun in front of their young son.
But he is also facing a charge for what happened after police were called to his home in El Portal. CBS 4's Peter Dench is live in.
The accusations that were made against me are entirely false and fictitious. The mother of my child has called the police to my house on not less than 5 occasions prior to last night, each time making more incendiary and more fantastic allegations against me.
51-year-old federal judge Timothy Mayer denies charges. He pointed a weapon at his ex-girlfriend when she came to his home here in El Portal Tuesday night to pick up the son who they share custody with.
It's astonishing to me that one person can make an accusation so fantastic and so not grounded in reality that the result is me spending a night at TGK, me having to stand in front of you. This is horrifically embarrassing to me. It is career-threatening.
The judge's ex-girlfriend said he shined a flashlight on her and said, "I'm going to show you what pain is about." Their son started crying. She said she called 911 while driving away.
Now, not all judges are committing crimes such as that, but this next judge was arrested for taking advantage of her power. This judge took advantage of her power by helping her brother keep his job as a corrections officer. She, being a judge, has access to documents that an average person cannot obtain. She abused this power and gave her brother confidential documents. This is a 4th-degree felony. She lost her license in law and was sentenced to jail for 6 months.
And she has continued to serve the community through her passing.
Hunter, a former judge in the Hamilton County Juvenile Court System, was convicted of unlawful interest in a public contract for helping her brother keep his job as a juvenile corrections officer. It's a 4th-degree felony. She lost her job and her law license and was sentenced to 6 months in jail. Her supporters felt the punishment was too extreme, in particular for someone who'd never been in trouble before and who still had a positive impact in the community. Some also claimed the conviction was politically motivated.
Attempt was to intimidate me in any way. That has flat out failed. Okay? I will never, ever, ever bow to that type of pressure, veiled threats, vicious comments, lies about me, or anything else. When you pay the cost of these proceedings, number 2, you are to do not violate any laws. Number 3, you are to do 6 months in the Hamilton County Justice Center, credit 1 day. Mr. or Ms. Deputy can take her away.
Hunter's supporters are outraged. In fact, keep your eyes on this woman as she attempts to approach Hunter, but is intercepted by court officers. Then watch closely. As this deputy attempts to take Hunter away, initially she seems to resist. But then, perhaps realizing that her time has run out, her body goes totally limp. While shouts of "no justice" are heard from the gallery, she's literally dragged out of the courtroom.
Sometimes things just don't go your way. Here we have the famous Judge Joe Brown. Judge Joe Brown is a television star, and he isn't just an actor, he truly is a real judge. He was arrested and charged with 5 counts of contempt of court in Tennessee. He was sentenced to 5 days in jail after he created an outburst in a child support hearing. Someone said he darn near caused a riot in the courtroom. He had people so inflamed. Let's go and hear what the reporters have to say, and then even the Judge Joe Brown himself speaks on the matter.
More breaking news now. Former TV Judge Joe Brown is free tonight after spending less than 4 hours in jail for mouthing off to a juvenile court judge.
Now you want to get into this, let's get into it. This sorry operation needs to stop.
For every one of Brown's outbursts over the judge not dismissing a child support case that he represented, the judge kept adding just another day in jail.
It eventually added up to 5 days, but he's out of jail tonight and blaming politics for the whole thing. Brown spoke to WRG's Katie Rufner as he was leaving the jail. That's where she joins us live. Katie?
Well, Brown says he never should have been arrested in the first place. And since he's running against Amy Wyrick for district attorney, he thinks this was a personal and political attack.
Now, you want to get into this, let's get into it. This sorry operation needs to stop.
24 hours, Shelby County Jail for contempt. You may have a seat.
Excuse me.
He's famous for being a TV court judge, but today Judge Joe Brown was on the other side. When his request to have a child support case dismissed was turned down by Magistrate Harold Horn, Brown became livid.
On what authority do you sit, by the way? As a former judge here, we have a rule in the 30th Judicial District that says every single magistrate, referee has to be unanimously approved by every circuit, chancery, and criminal court judge. I don't recall that your name's ever been submitted, sir.
Horn first gave Brown 24 hours in jail for contempt. As Brown's outbursts continued, the number quickly climbed.
Circus, sir.
That's 3 days.
You can do all you want. You
4
don't
days.
have the jurisdiction I had to do it. You got to be up above trial judge. You got $10.
5 days.
Brown was released on his own recognizance and feels the arrest was dirty politics.
I'm a little hot under the collar. 40 years, I've never seen such a circus as they've got down there.
Others wonder, with an election coming up and Brown's own attorney being with him at juvenile court, whether it was a publicity ploy. In a statement, Amy Wyrick's campaign manager said, quote, "That sort of disrespectful circus stunt may get Hollywood ratings, but this is real life and real people, and Joe Brown knows better. He should be ashamed of himself."
Being a judge, they obviously have their degree in law. With that being said, the judges are being asked questions by other judges who are going to sentence them. They are very well spoken because they know what they're talking about. We now have Leticia Espinoza, 180 days in jail. Leticia is a very well-spoken individual. She knows what's right and what's wrong to say. But here that doesn't matter. Leticia was given a DWI. Leticia was found on the side of the freeway with 2 flat tires. There was an arrest warrant that was put out for Miss Estachio. After she never showed for her court appearance, she tries to argue her way out of this one and goes to jail. Let me show you what happens.
Since that a person would be placed on probation, and this is again in the People v. Porpora decision, is substance abuse, which apparently has been the overarching concern here, that I have a problem with alcoholism. I've never been able to provide any proof to the court that I've completed an alcohol treatment program because I've never been ordered to attend one. I've obtained 3 to 5 OASIS certified evaluations, and none of them ever said I needed treatment. It is impossible for me to enter into a treatment program without a diagnosis. That's just not how insurance works. So I did voluntarily enter into one program that I completed, but that's all I could do. If I'm on probation to address a substance abuse issue, that certainly isn't occurring before this court because there's no proof that I have one. I got a mental health evaluation. There was no recommended treatment, but on my own, because candidly this was very stressful, I got into therapy. I provided information from my therapist to my probation officer voluntarily.
Well, you guys, there you have it. If you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe. As well, click on another video on the screen right now to continue watching more videos just like this one. And I'll see you guys in the next video.